Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Today on Earth Focus, a new film, Sun Come Up, profiles some of the world's first climate change refugees, the people of New Guinea's Carteret Islands. Filmmaker Jennifer Redfearn speaks with Earth Focus correspondent Miles Benson about their plight. Coming up on Earth Focus.
Jen Redfearn, you spent some time on the Carteret Islands making a film. What's going on there?
The Carteret Islands are, like other small island nations, on the front lines of climate change. So the Carteret Islanders are the first to organize a community-wide evacuation due to climate change, specifically due to rising sea levels. So because of the rising sea and because of changes in the climate, they're seeing things like more frequent storm surges. Their freshwater sources and their gardening land have been inundated by salt water. So the Carteret Islanders actually have three pressing and urgent problems right now. They have a food and water shortage, they have decreasing land due to rapid coastal erosion, and they have an increasing population which isn't due to climate change but is putting pressure on the land. So they know that they have to move, and time is running out.
Do they have any place to go?
Well, they're looking at moving to Bougainville, which is a much larger and mountainous island 50 miles across the open ocean. And one of the things that we did in the film while we were there is we followed a group of young people who were hand-selected by the clan chiefs from the Carteret Islands to go to Bougainville and to travel from village to village to talk to the local community about the move and to try and negotiate essentially for a new home for the islanders.
Solwara emi mama belum ipla em salukot imi ipla. Na tu solwara ko pelong bagarap island belum ipla tu. Sem yumino lap sabe Hamasia behind island by sink. Namu pla people bloka tret sibuklo tram pa ini mahaplong bostap.
Saya hari mulai lo yupla lo katres, you are easy going people lo here and minara plakain or beta.
Only a mi plan itim relocation because lo solwara emi go anta pa change lo climate na. We just have to accept these people. They are our brothers.
At the rate emi woklong go now island woklong sink, and by island sink pass or all man by die pass lo hangere.
Money all man by die pass lo hangere.
I don't want this to happen to my people.
If we come here, we will not be the Carteret people anymore.
Most of our culture will have to live in memory.
If everybody moves, I think I'll be the last man to put my feet on the island before moving away.
How many Carteret Islanders are actually at risk in this current period?
The population is just under 3,000, and the majority of the population is looking at moving. Some of the elders on the island are very reluctant to move, as you can imagine. I mean, this is in a region of the world where land is so intimately connected to one's identity, to one's ancestry, to one's history, to one's community. And for the elders, leaving is like losing a part of themselves. It's a really difficult decision for them to make. For example, I'm thinking of one of the clan chiefs, John Salek, who's in the film, who's just he's a very generous, warm, kind-hearted man he's a school teacher on the island. And one of the things that he said to us is, you know, I'll probably be the last man to put my foot on the island before moving away, because I don't want to leave my home. I love my home.
At the rate climate change is advancing, how much time do these people have to get out?
It's not so much that they're being forced, that the ocean is going to be underwater anytime soon. The problem is that with the saltwater inundation, they're no longer able to grow crops. They've lost their staple food, which is swamp taro on the island. So this food, that's like a potato that was part of their subsistence diet, is no longer able to grow on the islands. So before the islands are submerged, they'll be uninhabitable long before they're submerged.
It's right now.
It's right now because they're running out of food and water. Yeah.
What was life like on the Carteret Islands before the problems became as severe as they are?
The Carteret Islanders are a close-knit community, so the population is scattered across six. There are 6, now 7 islands. One of the islands 15 years ago was bisected by the sea. The majority of the population lives on Han Island, which is the largest island, and they live by the sea. They live in huts made out of natural materials. They're still fishing out of carved canoes for the most part. I mean, there are some modern conveniences, but for the most part, they're living quite simply by the sea.
That's all being destroyed.
It's all being destroyed.
Jen Redfearn, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world. To learn more, visit linktv.org.